Well, I was an intern at the Brady Campaign after I graduated college. I heard about him because they'd all talked about he was leaving for the surgery, and I was so nervous to meet him because I knew what had happened and I didn't know what to expect.
That's right. And you started when I had to take a week off work because I had to take a bullet out of my side.
Yo, you had a cane. You had a cane.
My name is Colin Goddard. I was one of the few survivors from the Virginia Tech shooting 2 years ago. As a result of my experience, I've learned a great deal about myself, my community, and my country, and I've learned a lot about a situation in society that links many of us.
I started working at the Brady Campaign because my family had been involved for 20 years. My aunt was killed when I was really young, and it was a cause that was passionate to them. So it became a passion of mine when I was in college, and I thought, you know, I'm finished college, I'm gonna do Teach for America in a year. What can I do in between? So I started to work there, and it was a strange connection that we had, that our families had both been through such tragedies. And it was something we were both really passionate about. So I think that definitely was a strong basis for our relationship.
Yeah, I mean, we just, you know, as we start to get to know each other and understand, you know, we had very similar histories in our family, you know, had dealt with difficult times like that. And I think that immediately kind of made us have a connection, you know, that I didn't really have with anybody else there. And that was just as Living for 32 was finishing production and editing, starting editing, and then about to get rolled out and start to public kind of tour across the country. And so one of Gabby's, you know, jobs and roles was to help organize a bunch of screenings around the country. And it was at these screening events, right, where, you know, Gabby would help set up everything to make sure all the stuff was there, to make sure, you know, the right number of people were there, and to make sure all the things, you know, all the ducks in the row.
Calm you down before you spoke.
Yeah, yeah, all that, you know, all those little things, right? And having so many of those experiences, you know, in a short time frame, you know, I had a lot of time to hang out and get to know one another. And yeah, it was certainly, I think, when we started to really fall for one another was when spending so much time with the film.
Yeah. I think a lot of the time, my role has been getting his mind off of what he's doing. I mean, it's a really heavy topic, and he's about to go talk about the worst day of his life to a bunch of strangers. And, you know, now he's less nervous, but it was the beginning, and he would pace up and down the hallway, and I'd just be like, you know, you're doing an amazing thing. They're really happy to hear you speak. This is really important. What did you do for dinner tonight? Where do you want to go? What's your favorite team? Like, trying to get his mind off things so he wasn't completely freaking out of the gravity.
When there are the horrible events, when another mass shooting happens on television, and, you know, everyone wants a comment and wants to talk about this in the media, and, you know, you're at studios all day, you know, talking about something so horrible. And like I said, she pulls me back to earth with it.
Yeah, he goes on the news, and then he has to come help me clean up.
Yeah.
Through our blood and tears, through all this sadness, we are the Hokies. We will prevail.
I met the man I'm going to marry, but it happened out of so many terrible things. If those things hadn't have happened, we might not have met. I think that, you know, sometimes weighs heavily on me. But then I think it makes us really appreciative of what we do have and how we did find each other, and what a great relationship we have out of all of it, in spite of everything.
It's good.